Hello, everyone. These videos are designed to learn the target vocabulary in one story. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this alternative way to learn English. In this video, we will tell the story in English first, followed by your local language for test by yourself. Let's get started. In the heart of New York City, the Academy stood as a beacon of knowledge and innovation. Alice, a brilliant scientist, had recently joined the institution, her mind buzzing with ideas and concepts that bordered on the abstract. She was particularly focused on a project designed to accelerate human adaptation to adverse environmental conditions. Her colleague, Alan, a seasoned researcher, shared her enthusiasm. Together, they aimed to accomplish something groundbreaking. Alice had always been fascinated by the way certain acids could activate specific biological responses. She believed that by understanding these processes, humanity could better prepare for the aftermath of climate change. Alan, on the other hand, was interested in the acquisition of new data through innovative experiments. One evening, while they were working late, an absurd accident occurred. Alice, deep in thought, accidentally knocked over a vial containing a potent acid. The activation of the chemical reaction was immediate and violent. The lab filled with fumes and alarms blared. They managed to evacuate, but the damage was done. The incident led to a full investigation by the Academy's administrator. The administrative board was not pleased. Accusations of abuse of resources and negligence flew around. The Academy prided itself on its safety record, and this accident was a significant blemish. Alice and Alan found themselves at the center of the storm, facing an acute scrutiny that neither had anticipated. Outside the walls of the Academy, the city's activists seized the opportunity to push their agendas. A well-known advocate for scientific accountability, Sarah, rallied her followers. She accused the Academy of absence in its duty to ensure the accuracy of its safety protocols and called for the abolition of risky experiments. The media frenzy that followed was intense. Alice and Alan were thrust into the spotlight, their every move monitored. They had to adjust to the new reality quickly. The Academy's administrator demanded accountability, and a special committee was formed to investigate the incident thoroughly. Despite the chaos, Alice and Alan continued their work, albeit under stricter supervision. They realized that to regain their credibility, they needed to accomplish something truly remarkable. They decided to refine their project, ensuring every detail was meticulously planned and executed. The investigation committee, led by a stern accountant with a knack for uncovering discrepancies, delved into their work. Every aspect of their research was scrutinized for accuracy. The pressure was immense, but Alice and Alan were determined. They understood that acceptance from their peers and the public was crucial for their project's success. During this period, they also became more involved in the community. They attended forums where they spoke about their research and addressed concerns. Their efforts to be accessible and transparent began to pay off. Slowly, the accumulation of positive feedback from these engagements started to turn the tide. Alice, inspired by the feedback, began to incorporate an aesthetic dimension into their work. She believed that making their scientific concepts more visually appealing would help in gaining broader acceptance. Alan was skeptical at first, but soon saw the value in this approach. They designed new models and presentations that were not only scientifically sound, but also visually captivating. This adjustment was well received, and they began to garner support from unexpected quarters, including artists and designers who saw the beauty in their work. Amidst the professional turmoil, Alice and Alan found solace in their personal growth. Alice, who had been somewhat absent from social circles, began to reconnect with old friends. She realized the importance of a balanced life. Alan, who had a history of work-related addiction, sought help and made significant strides in managing his condition. Their journey wasn't just about professional accomplishment. It was about understanding their own limitations and finding ways to adequately address them. They became advocates for mental health and accountability within the scientific community. Months of hard work and dedication culminated in a presentation that would determine their project's fate. The auditorium was packed with peers, media, and the general public. The air was thick with anticipation. Alice took the stage first, her voice steady but filled with emotion. She spoke about their journey, the mistakes they had made, and the lessons learned. Alan followed, detailing the scientific breakthroughs and the potential applications of their work. Their presentation was a success. The committee, impressed by their dedication and the thoroughness of their research, granted them the green light to continue. The public's perception shifted from skepticism to admiration. The acceptance they had long sought was finally within reach. With their credibility restored, Alice and Alan continued their work with renewed vigor. They expanded their team, bringing in young adolescents and fresh graduates eager to learn. They made sure to foster an environment of accountability and support, understanding the importance of mentoring the next generation. Their project began to show promising results, and the Academy's reputation was on the mend. They had not only accomplished their scientific goals, but had also made a significant impact on the community. The story of Alice and Alan is one of resilience, growth, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It's a testament to the power of acceptance, advocacy, and the ability to turn adverse situations into opportunities for accomplishment. In the aftermath of their success, Alice and Alan took a well-deserved break. They visited a quaint town in the countryside, surrounded by sprawling acres of agricultural land. They stayed in a charming accommodation, which was both affordable and comfortable, providing them with the perfect environment to recharge. During their stay, they met an elderly farmer who spoke with a distinctive accent. He shared stories of the land's history, including the adoption of sustainable farming practices. The farmer's tales were filled with affection for the land and a deep respect for nature's aggression and beauty. Alice and Alan found inspiration in these stories. They realized that their work wasn't just about scientific acquisition, but also about absorption of wisdom from various sources. They decided to adhere to these principles in their future endeavors, ensuring that their projects would always be grounded in respect for both science and humanity. Thus, Alice and Alan returned to the Academy, rejuvenated and ready to tackle new challenges with a renewed commitment to their work and the community. After the success of their main project, Alice and Alan decided to tackle another significant issue that had long been overlooked. The rural communities adjacent to the bustling city were facing numerous challenges, particularly in the realm of agriculture. Despite the advancements in technology and science, these communities struggled with outdated practices and a lack of resources. One of the most pressing issues was the need to abolish the old farming techniques that were no longer sustainable. The land, spanning several acres, was suffering from overuse and neglect. The soil's ability to absorb nutrients had diminished, leading to poor crop yields. Alice and Alan decided to administer a new initiative aimed at modernizing these agricultural practices. They knew that for their plan to be successful, it needed to be adequate and accurately implemented. They reached out to local farmers, offering them training and resources to adopt sustainable methods. To gain admission into the hearts and minds of the local farmers, Alice and Alan organized community meetings. These gatherings were essential for discussing the new techniques and addressing any concerns. They understood the importance of being accountable and transparent in their efforts. At one of these meetings, they met an aged farmer named Samuel. He had been farming the land for decades and was initially resistant to change. However, his granddaughter, an adolescent activist named Lily, was passionate about saving their farm and the environment. She convinced Samuel to give Alice and Alan's methods a chance. Lily's involvement was crucial. She helped bridge the gap between the old and new generations of farmers. She also organized additional workshops and educational sessions, ensuring that the information was accessible to everyone in the community. The implementation of new agricultural practices was not without its challenges. Some farmers were hesitant to accommodate the changes, fearing the unknown. However, Alice and Alan's persistent efforts, along with Lily's enthusiastic advocacy, began to show results. The soil started to recover, and crop yields improved. To further support the farmers, Alice and Alan secured grants and subsidies, which helped cover the costs of new equipment and seeds. They also worked on creating a cooperative where farmers could pool their resources and share the benefits. As the project progressed, they made sure to accumulate data on the improvements and accurately report the progress. This information was essential for securing ongoing support and funding. Over time, the new practices proved to be successful. The once struggling farms were now thriving, and the community had come together stronger than ever. The admission of sustainable techniques and the abolition of harmful old practices had revitalized the land. Lily continued her role as an activist, advocating for sustainable agriculture in other communities as well. She and Samuel became symbols of the positive change that could occur when generations worked together towards a common goal. Alice and Alan's project was hailed as a model for sustainable development. The accumulation of their efforts and the community's willingness to accommodate change had resulted in a thriving, sustainable agricultural sector. Their story was a testament to the power of innovation, accountability, and community involvement. The story ends. We suggest you to watch it again, review the vocabulary, and then subscribe to our channel.